You know, when we think about the future of AI, our minds usually jump to things like, I don't know, super fast computer chips or way smarter algorithms. But what if I told you that the single biggest bottleneck holding AI back isn't the machine at all? It's actually something far more fundamental, and we're about to get right into it.
I mean, let's face it, AI is pretty much everywhere now, right? It's powering robotic surgery, it's trading stocks, it's even composing music. The whole landscape is just massive. But every single one of these incredible technologies, from the most basic chatbot to the most complex deep learning network, they all depend on one single essential ingredient. So, what is it?
And the answer, in just one word, is data. Yep, it's the fuel, it's the food, it is the absolute lifeblood of modern AI. Without data, the entire engine just grinds to a complete halt.
So, okay, let's just get on the same page really quick. At its core, AI is all about making machines do things that would normally take a human brain to figure out. You know, stuff like learning from experience, spotting patterns, making tough decisions. And how on earth do they learn to do all that? Well, you already know the answer.
That's right. Every single AI model, every single algorithm, it's all built on a foundation of data. It learns to recognize a cat because it's seen thousands and thousands of cat pictures. It learns to predict the weather because it's processed decades of climate information. So the thing to really get is this. Data isn't just part of the AI process. It really is the process.
So how does this whole thing work in the real world? Well, it's basically a continuous loop that kicks off with collecting a whole bunch of data. Then, that data has to be prepared and cleaned up. It's fed into a machine learning algorithm which then builds a model. That model gets tested, put out into the world, and then, and this is the important part, it's constantly improved with, you guessed it, even more data. It's a cycle, and data is absolutely central to every single step.
Okay, but here's where it gets tricky. While AI is super hungry for data, just shoveling more of it into the system isn't the answer. In fact, sometimes that can make things a whole lot worse. To really, truly succeed with AI, we've got to overcome 3 absolutely massive data hurdles that are standing in our way.
So, first on our list is the quality problem. And this one is maybe the most deceptive challenge of all, because it's not about how much data you have, it's all about how good that data actually is.
It really all boils down to that classic saying in computer science, garbage in, garbage out. It's so true. If you train an AI on data that's flawed or biased or just flat out wrong, there's no way you can expect it to give you brilliant, accurate results. It really is that simple.
So when we say data quality, what are we really talking about? Well, it's not just one thing. We have to ask all these questions. Is the data accurate, or is it full of errors? Is it complete, or are there big chunks missing? Is it consistent all the way through the data set? Is it even timely and relevant? If you answer no to any of those, you're basically poisoning your AI right from the very start.
And the consequences of that, they're really serious. Low-quality data doesn't just mean your AI model performs poorly, it can lead to totally skewed, biased, and unreliable outcomes that have a negative impact on huge real-world decisions in everything from finance to healthcare.
All right, on to hurdle number 2, the just sheer volume of it all. This is a fascinating paradox because AI needs these massive amounts of data to learn anything useful, but trying to manage all that data creates its own set of colossal problems.
We're living in an era of a total data deluge, and that brings with it this huge set of challenges. We're talking about incredible difficulty in just storing all the data, let alone having the raw computing power to process it or the right systems to manage it effectively. The scale we're dealing with is almost mind-boggling.
Honestly, it's the perfect analogy, isn't it? It's like trying to drink from a fire hose. You've got this overwhelming blast of information coming at you, and just trying to get a single, useful sip can feel downright impossible. More data isn't always better if you can't actually handle it.
And that brings us to our third and final hurdle, and this is one that really affects every single one of us directly, the privacy and security puzzle.
So here's the thing. The most valuable data for training a really powerful AI is often our own personal data, our health records, financial info, our online habits. You've got to think of privacy and security as the foundational pillars holding this whole thing up. If those crumble, the entire structure of trust just collapses.
And believe me, the threats are very real.
We have to worry about everything from how data is collected and shared securely to stopping these really sophisticated inference attacks where people can actually figure out private info from the AI's answers. Plus, we have to guard against the data itself being messed with or tampered with. It's a lot. So we've laid out these three huge challenges: quality, volume, and privacy. And yeah, it sounds pretty daunting. But the good news is that the conversation is finally shifting from just let's get more data to let's get smarter about the data we already have.
And that, right there, is the key takeaway. The way forward isn't about starving our AI models of information. It's about totally rethinking our strategies for how we collect, manage, and use data in the first place.
Now, a huge piece of this puzzle is something called data governance. The easiest way to think about it is like a rulebook for data. It's a formal system of processes and policies that makes sure data is high quality, it's secure, and it's being used responsibly. It's how you tackle those quality and security problems head on.
And it goes beyond just making rules. We're also seeing these incredible new technologies designed to tackle the volume and privacy problems at the same time. One of the most exciting is called federated learning. Okay, so instead of gathering everyone's sensitive data in one giant central server, this technique sends the AI model out to the data, like right to your phone, to learn locally. Only the insights, not your raw data, ever get sent back. It's a pretty brilliant way to protect privacy.
So, in the end, it really all comes back to this. As we're racing to build this future that's powered by AI, we're slowly realizing that the hardest part isn't just coding more intelligent machines. The real challenge is figuring out the right way to feed them. The code is only half the story. The data is the other half. And solving that challenge, well, that's the true frontier of artificial intelligence.